لا إله إلا الله وحده.
How Arabs invaded Africa, and forced Islam on them. Islam is one of the most dominant religion, with almost 2 billion adherents. The center of the message of Islam is based on the oneness of God, and believing Muhammad as the last messenger. Islam as a religion was founded by Muhammad bin Abdullah, a supposed prophet according to Islamic scholars. In the year 610 AD, at his age of 40, he received his revelation from the angel Jibril, who is referred to as Gabriel in the Bible. According to the Quran, Muhammad is the first Muslim, and there was no Islam before Muhammad. And history has it that there was no place where the word Islam or Muslims was recorded until after 610 AD. And I am commanded to be the first of those who bow to Allah in Islam. Quran 6:14. Say, O Muhammad, lo, I am commanded to worship Allah, making religion pure for Him only, and I am commanded to be the first of those who are Muslims, surrender unto Him. Quran 39:11-12. Now let's have a look at how Islam entered Africa. Islam arrived in North Africa, Maghreb, from Saudi Arabia, Mecca, just 7 years after the death of Muhammad in 639. The Maghreb is usually defined as much or most of the region of western North Africa or northwest Africa, west of today's Egypt. The Maghreb, also known as the Arab Maghreb in northwest Africa, is the western part of the Arab world. The region comprises western and central North Africa, including Algeria, Libya, Mauritania, Morocco, and Tunisia. Maghreb in Arabic means sunset or west.
The Muslim conquest of North Africa continued during the century of rapid Arab-Muslim military expansion following the death of Muhammad in 632 CE. By 642, the Arabs controlled Mesopotamia, Egypt, and Syria, after invading Armenia, and were concluding their conquest of the Persian Empire. It was at this point that Arab military moved into North African regions west of Egypt were first launched, continuing for years and furthering the spread of Islam. The conquest of the Maghreb region, North Africa, under the Umayyad Caliphate, 661–750, which was the second of the four major Arab caliphates established after the death of Muhammad. This caliphate was centered on the Umayyad dynasty, hailing from Mecca. The Umayyad family had first come to power under the third caliph, Uthman ibn Affan, r. 644–656. But the Umayyad regime was founded by Muawiyah ibn Abi Sufyan, longtime governor of Syria, after the end of the First Muslim Civil War in 661 CE/41 AH. Syria remained the Umayyads' main power base thereafter, and Damascus was their capital. The Arabs reached the Maghreb in early Umayyad times. Departing from Damascus, Arab forces marched into North Africa, and in 670 the city of Kairouan, south of modern Tunis, was established as a refuge and base for further operations. By 698, the Arabs had taken most of North Africa from the Byzantines, Eastern Roman Empire. The area was divided into three provinces: Egypt with its governor at Al-Fustat, Ifriqiya with its governor at Kairouan, and the Maghreb, modern Morocco, with its governor at Tangiers. Arab forces were able to capture Carthage in 698 and Tangiers by 708. Arab expansion and the forceful spread of Islam into the Maghreb pushed the development of trans-Saharan trade. Though restricted due to the cost and dangers, the trade was highly profitable, which ended the reign of Christianity. The conquest: the Arabs marched into Maghreb in early Umayyad times, enslaving Africans and forcing those who will not accept Islam to pay jizya, heavy taxes, or be killed, although the Arabs also offered protection to the people but were subdued. The year 665 to 689 saw another Arab invasion of North Africa. It began with an army of more than 40,000 Muslims advancing through the desert to Barca and marching to the neighborhood of Carthage, today's Tunisia. Next came a force of 10,000 led by the Arab general Uqba ibn Nafi and enlarged by thousands of others. Arab expansion and the spread of Islam into the Maghreb pushed the development of trans-Saharan trade. Though restricted due to the cost and dangers, the trade was highly profitable. Commodities traded included such goods as salt, gold, and ivory. Slaves were also transferred. Arab control over the Maghreb was quite weak. Various Islamic variations, such as the Ibadis and the Shia, were adopted by some Berbers, often leading to scorning of caliph control in favor of other interpretations of Islam. The Arabic language became widespread only later. The conventional historical view is that the conquest of North Africa by the Umayyad Caliphate effectively ended Christianity in Africa for several centuries. The prevailing view is that the church at that time lacked the backbone of a monastic tradition and was still suffering from the aftermath of heresies, and that this contributed to the early obliteration of the church in the present-day Maghreb. However, new scholarship has appeared that disputes these claims. There are reports that Christianity persisted in the region from Tripolitania, present-day western Libya. The spread of Islam entered into Africa through invasion and unlawful killing of innocent people and other crimes which include raping of their children and looting their properties and enslaving them. After the Maghreb was conquered, the forceful spread of Islam continued to Sudan, Niger and down to the southern part of Africa. During the conquest, millions of native Africans were killed and many other millions displaced.